It has almost been a whole year since I packed all of my bags and moved out of the United States to Mexico with my best friend, and it has truly been a healing and transformative experience. And me and my bestie are not the only ones who are packing their bags and moving out of the U.S. So many black women are fleeing from the United States and are moving all over the world in the hopes of finding a more affordable, healthier, and better overall quality of life. So if you're a black woman who has been thinking of moving out of the United States and moving abroad, and you want to know how you can begin to make the move out of the U.S. too, this is the video for you. Here are 5 things you need to know to prepare yourself to move abroad in 2025. While I go over these tips and this advice for how you can move abroad, I'm going to be showing y'all how I achieved this hairstyle for my birthday. I recently celebrated my first birthday while living abroad here in Mexico. You guys can check that vlog out here. But let's get into this first tip on how you can move abroad in 2025. First thing to finally taking the leap and moving outside the U.S. and moving abroad is really a mindset shift. First things first, black women. It is so important that you remember that you deserve to live a life that centers your peace, your joy, and that prioritizes your well-being. You do not have to stay in the same environments that have made you sick or that has ignored your pain. In terms of mindset, the truth is this. Yes, you can move out of the United States, and you don't have to listen to the negative opinions of others, even if those others are people who are close to you. The truth is, if you have even been thinking of moving abroad, then you know that something is not right in terms of how you have been treated and the treatment you and people like you receive. And you have to know and trust that God will support you as you make the decision to move abroad and have a better quality of life. You are supposed to live a life that is the most conducive to your health and peace, and you don't have to feel chained into staying in tiresome, unhealthy, toxic, hostile circumstances or environments. So if you want to know how to move abroad, the first thing is actually adjusting your mindset to knowing that you are worthy of making a change that will help you and maybe even other members of your family also have a better quality of life. You are worthy and you deserve better. Better is out there for you. You just have to have enough faith to step out and discover it, even if it means moving to a different country. So many people, especially black women, are moving out of the United States and receiving treatment better than anything they were ever told or experienced as being possible. Black women are in Panama, Mexico, Belize, Bali, Thailand, France, Portugal, Costa Rica, South Africa, different parts of Asia, Europe, South America. Man, black women are fleeing from the United States and moving everywhere. So in 2025, if you want to know how to move abroad, the first step is changing your mindset and understanding that it is possible and you are not alone. Now, second thing in terms of moving abroad in 2025 is that you need to start actually getting into the communities that you want to be a part of. Going with the mindset, your family, your friends, and people you may already know may not currently understand why you want to leave the United States. Some of them will never understand. So it is up to you to seek out your community of people who are taking the same leaps as you. There's so many black expats all over the world, like I said before. So start going on YouTube, start subscribing to the pages where you see black women or anybody actually living abroad, and start to get a feel for what life could look like for you as an expat or digital nomad in whatever country you are interested in. Subscribe to me and my bestie's channel here for more advice for black women who are interested in moving abroad, and make sure you watch our vlogs in our Moving to Mexico series as we show you all our experiences as black American women who moved out of the U.S. to Mexico. I'll put all of the links to our playlists and info down in the description in the comments below. Going off of that point, in terms of starting to actually get into the communities that you want to be a part of, do your research. This is so important. Research, research, research. If you want to move abroad in 2025, you are going to have to do a lot of research. Going back to getting into those communities, do your research on the types of visas that the countries you're interested in going to has. Do they have a tourist visa where you can stay for a month or several months so you can get a feel before deciding to get residency? Or can you easily get a 4-year residency because you already qualify according to their income requirements? So you really want to start doing your research on the countries that you want to move abroad to, and you need to especially do your research on the type of visas that they offer, so that way you can legally and comfortably be there. Now, another thing in terms of research that you need to be doing if you want to move abroad in 2025, you need to figure out how much is the typical cost of living in the country that you want to move abroad to. How much is the rent? How much is food? How much do people typically spend in a day? And don't get overwhelmed, okay? There are already people who live in the country you are trying to expat to. So look at people who are currently there to see how they do things, how much they typically spend, and also head to the country's websites directly for all necessary visa info and things of that nature. You have to start doing your research now in 2025, especially if you're trying to make this move within the same year, but do not be overwhelmed. More likely than not, there are already people who are expatting in the country you're interested in, so you can definitely head to their pages in order to get information you may need or inspiration for how you can do things to be comfortable when you do decide to get there and move abroad. And I'm going to reiterate this point. Do your necessary research always, so you can try to mitigate as many issues as possible. Moving to a new country is a huge adjustment in itself. So to avoid any extra issues, try to be well informed. Me and my bestie were following people like Stephanie Perry, Picky Girl Travels the World, and Rashida Dowe, and they gave us so much incredible information about how to move out of the US, and specifically different countries Black women are fleeing to. So if you are looking to move abroad in 2025, if you haven't already followed those women already, go check them out. And following expats who are already at the country you want to flee from the US to can definitely provide you with insights aside from you looking up the country's particular requirements. Now, going off of doing research, make sure you have a plan, and especially have a plan for how you will make income. Now, there's several different ways you can make income or make sure that you have what you need to sustain yourself while living abroad. I'm going to name a few. Now, you can save up money. Maybe you're going to use your retirement funds, your 401k, or whatever funds you have saved up and go. Maybe saving is the way you'll go. But realistically, in the US, it is already extremely hard to survive and just manage having enough for daily needs. So what we know and see people actually doing income-wise is having a remote job, and one that allows you to work from anywhere. So you can pick up a remote job if saving is something that you have not been able to do yet, and pick up a remote job, specifically one that will allow you to work in a different country or just work from anywhere. Now, another thing that myself and my bestie, we see from our own research and getting into the expat communities, another thing that we see people doing is also picking up a job teaching English in whatever respective country that they are going to. So some people in Bali or in Panama or whatever, some people are teaching English in the country that they are expatting to, and that is a way that they make income, okay? So maybe that may be a route that you go in. Or another route that you can take is being your own boss or having some kind of online business or business in the digital space. That is the road that my best friend and I took, and God has blessed us tremendously. God has blessed us with an amazing online community and with amazing businesses that we run completely online. And we also help other people who are interested in learning how to make money from social media do the same. We do this through our Be Your Own Boss Guide, and in our Be Your Own Boss Guide, we give you the support, guidance, and advice on how you can master online marketing and make thousands of dollars as a small influencer, business owner, or digital creator. We also give you the tools you need to build a money-making, successful brand and online business so that you can support yourself abroad and create the life you truly want to live. So if you want the tools Zay and I use to build our online businesses and brand, head to justforblackgirls.com/shop and grab our Be Your Own Boss Guide, as it can be a great resource for those of you who do want to move abroad but also want to work on your own terms, make money from your social media, and have your own businesses. In addition to having a plan, and especially having a plan for how you will make income, some other things that you can plan and keep in mind is to make sure you have a mailing address or a trusted family member you can put your mail or get your mail delivered to, or you can go ahead and get yourself a P.O. box. You're still going to want to have some place where you can safely retrieve your mail. And also, think about things like this. Are you going to be putting your things in storage? Are you going to be giving your extra things away? If you are planning to move abroad, you might want to think about where you're going to put your stuff, whether that's mail, whether that's your actual physical belongings. You need to start putting a plan together that will lay out whether or not you're going to put your things in storage, where you're going to receive your mail, who's going to watch your things, all of those kinds of things. And I know that it is a lot. However, if you guys want a more detailed video on how to make the plan for moving abroad, let me know in the comments below, and Azay and I will break down some more things that you can do to, get yourself prepared. Another thing that I just want to tell you all now is to make sure that you make copies of all of your important documents to take with you. So, like I said, let me know if y'all want a more detailed video on what to bring if you're planning to move out of the U.S. long term. Let me know that down below. Yes, y'all, having a plan is extremely important. And if you're thinking about bringing your family, your children, that makes it even more imperative that you have a detailed plan on where exactly you're going, where you're going to be staying, and just making sure that all of your ducks are in order, in a row, so that way you can mitigate any issues, okay? And like I said, if you guys want to know about me and my best friend's experiences as Black women living abroad, check out our Moving to Mexico series playlist there. We'll link it down below because we share a lot about our experiences, some of the challenges that we were navigating as we made our transition abroad, among many other things. So if you're interested in life in specifically Mexico, check out that vlog series there. And if not, like I said, just make sure you have a plan and get into doing your research about where you are thinking of moving to. Now, one of my last pieces of advice in terms of moving out of the United States in 2025 is to get mentally prepared for some amazing changes to take place in your life, and remember your reasoning why you want to make the leap in the first place. I will tell you all right now, leaving out of the United States does not automatically make life smooth sailing. It is up to you to remember your why and think about how making the move long term can help you to improve your life. Remember that this move is not just about living on vacation. It's about having access to a healthier, better overall quality of life. Be prepared to take a leap of faith in 2025 and know that while yes, depending on the country you choose, there will be different challenges or things to get accustomed to. There's definitely some things I wish I knew before moving to Mexico, and I'll address those things in another video. But aside from those adjustments and things to be mindful of, overall, my mental health, my physical health, and my overall sense of care and well-being has improved tremendously. My stress levels are down. My mental health has been doing so much better than when I was in the States. And physically, I'm way more active. So many people who leave the States become healed from the ailments that they may have been facing while they were in the States. And that may be due to the access to healthier food, less chemicals, and just a healthier overall way of life. So being abroad really does help heal you in a variety of ways. So if you are thinking of moving out the States, get yourself mentally prepared to experience a lifestyle unlike anything you've probably ever witnessed. Also, join my bestie and I for our first annual Black Girl Joy Wellness Retreat right here in Playa del Carmen, Mexico, so you can explore the beauty that is being in the Mexican Caribbean and Riviera Maya and surround yourself with other like-minded Black women. If you are ready to explore what life can look like for you as someone living abroad, and if you are ready to prioritize your joy and self-care and be in community with other Black women, join us for our Black Girl Joy Wellness Retreat in Playa del Carmen. Minutes away from Cancun and Tulum, experience the beauty of the Mexican Caribbean and indulge in amazing workshops centered on empowering you to become the best version of yourself all while prioritizing your joy, self-care, and overall wellness. You can head to justforblackgirls.com/shop to secure your spot, as spots to attend this retreat are extremely limited. You can read more about all of the amazing things that this retreat has to offer at the link in our comments and at the link in our description box. Or you can head directly to justforblackgirls.com/shop to secure your spots. We really hope to see you all there. I also want to leave you all with this note. Please do not be discouraged. When you are doing your research, when you are trying to make a plan, please don't let money or trying to look into schooling for your kids or whatever, don't let things discourage you amidst that process. I'm sure that God will take care of you amidst you trying your best to just live a better quality of life. So while, there may be a lot of things to factor in, please understand that more likely than not, there is a Black woman who was in a similar situation to yours, who also fled from the United States and is now expatting and doing just fine. So many people here, specifically in Mexico, are here with their families. They're bringing their elders and their parents. They're bringing their children and enrolling them in schools. They're just bringing themselves and healing from whatever sicknesses that the United States have caused. And so don't be discouraged in your planning and in your quest and in your research trying to move out of the United States. While yes, those things are serious, just know that taking a leap of faith, God will provide for you, and make sure that you are well taken care of. Have common sense, of course, plan and do your research, but just know that God will take care of you regardless. I love you, God loves you more, and I am so excited to see how you move abroad in 2025. Comment down below what countries you are interested in moving abroad to, and also please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, because that greatly helps me and Azay continue to make videos like these that can help more amazing people like you. We love you, lovelies, and we'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.